It's already October. My life is flying by. I don't know about yours, but this is crazy. We're already into fall and we're gearing towards the end of the year. I don't know what happened. It just came and went. But it's time to make my October monthly spread, even though it's already Tuesday the 7th. Don't tell anybody. I could have pretended that I was filming this beforehand, but hey, I always try to keep it real on my channel, and sometimes I don't get to the monthly until like halfway through the month, but I like to have a filled out planner, so we're gonna decorate it today and fill it out. This is a big happy planner, so I have lots of space to play around with. Something that I always do is save dividers from old planners. So I'm gonna be using some of these today, I think, at least this. And this one, I did something different. I actually copied it on my printer. It doesn't look as good as this, but I copied it onto my printer because I'm going to be gluing some of these things onto either this background or this. And it just felt like I thought it was going to get too bulky. So I copied this onto sticker paper. And yes, you could say I could do this with these too, but I don't really think I need to. I don't need to save these. I'm just going to use them. I think before I do anything, I'm actually going to put all my plans down first. I want to make sure I have enough room for them. October's not a really, really busy month, but I do have some things to write down. I chose 3 pens in different colors, and the way I chose them is I matched them to the colors in this picture. So I have 2 calligraph pens. One is like a gold and one is like a dusty pink, and then this Tombow dual brush pen in the color 553, which is like a periwinkle. I'm going to use these to make lines for my plans. I'm not going to use box stickers again. I'm just going to do the lines and write on top of them. So we are going to start just writing in. I'm going to try to get this done pretty quickly because I have a lot of decoration to get to. So tomorrow I'm going to my daughter Heather's house in Virginia. I've been going like once a month, usually on the 2nd or 3rd week. Last month I went for 5 days because her husband was away, but usually I've been going just like for 1 day overnight. It's a 3-hour drive, but it's not too bad. And I get to see my granddaughter Lenny, which I'm so excited about. I can't wait to see her. She changes so much every time I see her. I'm using a Shuttle Art pen. This is a gel pen. It's a 0.5. Everything I use will be linked in the description box. However, a lot of the stuff is old stuff, and I'm not going to be able to link it for you, but I'll link what I can. So Heather's in Virginia, even though of course I know that it's in Virginia, but I'm just writing it down. The 11th, I have a Quest appointment for blood work. And that is at 8:30 a.m. because it's fasting. The 12th, I have a book club meeting. I started a book club this year with my Patreon members, and it's been really fun. So this month we read The Echo of Old Books, and I forget the name of the author. I'm not done reading it yet, so I really can't comment. I mean, it's good so far. I just don't know how it's going to go. So we'll just write that here. And speaking of Patreon, we have something on, let's see, what day is it? The 16th? Yeah, on the 16th, I have a Patreon Zoom call where we just kind of hang out. That's at 7 o'clock. On the 17th, I have a hair appointment. It's just for coloring my roots. Oh, Bumble. Hair color appointment at 1:45. On the 20th, I have a groomer appointment for Bumble. Speaking of Bumble, I don't know if you hear her barking. I should never film this time of day. It's 4 o'clock and it's like the time that she starts barking. I should really film in the mornings, but I can never seem to get my act together until later in the afternoon. And it's like, why do you do this, Mary Ellen? Why do you do this? And why does your dog bark so much? I don't know. She's a little dog. What can I say? All right, the 23rd, I have therapy. I'm going to use that same pen. You can see I'm just sort of trying to alternate the colors here so there's not too many of one color in each place. That's at 4 o'clock. I just realized that I called this a shuttle art pen and it's the Pilot G2. And the reason I noticed is because I'm not liking it as much. I was writing here and I'm like, wait, why is this like skipping? So, oh my gosh, so much barking. This is the shuttle art pen and I like it so much better. I do like this grippy on the Pilot, but I like the way this writes so much better than the Pilot and it's a lot cheaper. I'm gonna use this for the rest of it. It's a similar thickness. On the 25th, I'm having a fall family party outside. Should be fun. Of course, I haven't planned it yet at all, but that's okay. I actually don't know what time that is yet. I think it's gonna be at 2 o'clock, but I'll fill that out later. I'm just gonna write time TBD because I don't ever come back to this. And I've talked about this before. This is something that is just a visual for me of the month. It's not something I look at when I'm trying to see what's going on because I look at my Google Calendar for that and I transfer it to my weekly. So I never look at this after I fill it out until like a flip through. But I do this for you guys to show you how to use it. And also I like a filled out planner, like I said. So I know myself and I know I'm not going to come back and write that in. On the 27th, we have a live stream with my patrons, and that is something I do once a month with all of my patrons, and it's usually a plan with me. Sometimes it's a Q&A. Once in a while it's like a declutter session, or like it really could be anything. I don't know what it's going to be this month. I'm thinking a plan with me of some sort, so I'll write that in. The 28th is another therapy appointment. I know that it's like here and here and it's so close to each other, but my therapist is away for most of October, so we squeezed a couple of sessions in towards the end. Why am I using a different pen? Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place, you guys. Whoa, I just did that with that one, didn't I? Crazy. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm a little scatterbrained today, and you're probably like yelling at the screen. Okay, and then 31st is Halloween, but I'm just going to put a sticker on that. So there's not as much going on this month as usual, which is good, at least in my book. I think that's good. Now we can decorate. I have some washi tape here that I thought was maybe going to match like the color, at least of this little couch. But first, I think I'm going to cut this couch out. And where am I going to put it? I was going to put it right here, but that's impossible. So probably down here. But let's cut it out and see where it's going to fit. So I'm just going to take a moment here. And you know, I don't mind like thicker pages. I also don't mind cutting things out because I've been junk journaling for a while, like all this year, and I'm really having fun with it. But like I'm always cutting stuff out and gluing stuff on. And I'm just so used to doing that that it's okay with me. I don't always need everything to be a sticker. I think it's more fun when things aren't stickers all the time. You know, when you have different types of things in your planner, like, you know, paper you might glue in or other things. I think it makes it more interesting than just stickers. I was going to cut out that plant, but I think I'm not going to now because it has like that pink background behind it, and I'd have to cut around that and not the individual leaves. So just going to keep the couch and the girls. I'm going to get my detailed scissors in a second. This is going to be too difficult with these, although I really do love, love, love these scissors. Even though they look a little discolored, I bought them in Japan and they're so sharp and great, but you can find them on Amazon. They're like my favorite stickers. Oh my gosh, my favorite scissors I've had so far. I would recommend them, but I'm going to switch to these ones. These are 𝘰𝘮 tools. They're detailed scissors. They're cutter bee scissors. These are good for like really detailed cutting, like these girls. I cut out the couch and I was trying to figure out where to place it. I could put it down here, but it's going to cover part of Halloween. I was thinking about putting it up here, and then it looks like it's floating though, so maybe I'll take this piece that was under it and like make some sort of rug looking thing. Maybe if I round that out and maybe make that part round, it'll look like a rug. I don't know. We're gonna try it though, because that's what we do here. we try things out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I mean, that looks good on that side, but I don't know what we're going to do over here. I'm going to try rounding this part and see how it goes. Looks like a boat. I mean, you know, it's a small rug for a couch. I will say that. But I think it maybe is better than it floating. Another option would be to like just cut a strip and have just that part under it. I think I am going to put like a little strip back here because I think it's just going to look more grounded than that, and it gives it a little bit of color. We'll see if I like it. I don't know. I got a glue stick here. I need to order some new ones because it's running out. I don't know. I'm just putting a little something down here so that there's a little color. It doesn't necessarily have to be a rug. Okay, that's sticking up a little bit. I can live with that. Also, I know I'm covering up certain days. And like I said, the reason I do that is because I don't refer to this throughout the month. If I did use it like a regular monthly, what I would do is not cover up the days, and then I would maybe just put like little decorations on the days, and then I would come back in when I got more plans, because like this isn't all my plans for the month. It's just the ones that I have at the beginning of the month, because obviously stuff's going to pop in here. So I wouldn't cover it up in that case, but like I said, I don't use it like that, so I can do this. What I did with this background part is I cut out a square that's going to fit in one of these boxes. I'm only going to be able to use this for 2 of them, I think it looks like. So I just measured it with a ruler, and then I cut around it. I did that off camera. So we're going to use this as a template to cut out another one. Okay, so I have 2 of these, and they're going to go on various days. I don't know what yet. I'm thinking like maybe there and there or something. And then I also have this paper, and I thought that might be fun to cut into squares and put on a couple of them. And what I'm going to do, actually, let's do these first, I think. Actually, no. Let's cut out all of them first so that I can see where I want to place them. I don't think I'm going to use the gold. I'm going to turn this over and just use it as a template for some of these. I have Fiskars paper trimmer. I'm just going to use it to cut this box. I like having a trimmer because you're going to get those straight lines. You're going to get the straight lines that you wouldn't normally get when you cut it yourself. Like, I sometimes cut things freehand, but it's like a better cut. If you're doing things like this, you know, it's going to be a better cut than if you just did it freehand. So I'm going to cut out a few more of these. Okay, this is like what I'm thinking. With the grid ones, I thought it might be fun to put some washi tape like along the top or the bottom. I was thinking probably the bottom, and then maybe cut out one of these little stickers and like 1 or 2 and place them there for like decoration. I'm going to try it and see how it goes. I don't know like how it's going to go with these though. I could do it with this too, I guess, but is it weird? Is it too much? I don't really know. So we're just gonna play it by ear. I also have the sticker books that came along at the same time. I have This Is Your Year, Love Every Season, large and smaller. There are some quotes in here that are cute that I could use, but this is not the book. Wait, this one. There are some fall stickers in here, like these girls. These are what's on the stickers that I made. Maybe I could use these 2 girls in here somewhere for like some added decoration, because this is so bold that I feel like we need something to balance it out. So these are all the same colors. None of these books are available anymore. I checked before I made this video, and they are not, unfortunately. At least not on the Happy Planner website. You can probably get them on like eBay or Mercari or someplace like that. All right, I'm gonna put this down here. I wanted to run into that, but maybe she'll stand on the fall party thing. There we go. Okay, so let's see how that balances out the color a little bit. So I guess I'm gonna glue these down. It's just kind of a fun look. I don't know if I'm gonna actually use each of these for design or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and glue them down and just see what it looks like. I'm actually going to use the 𝘮𝘂 mono adhesive tape for this because I feel like it's gonna be like a cleaner stick, you know what I mean? So the fall party should be fun. I'm thinking about having like a bunch of different games and activities, but I know I'm really late at planning it. I did go out and buy a whole bunch of pumpkins. I don't know if you have Produce Junction where you live, but the pumpkins there are so much cheaper than like anywhere else. So I went and I did spend about $80 on pumpkins though, but I got a lot of them, a lot. So it's looking very festive over here. So yeah, I was not sure like if we're gonna be painting pumpkins or anything, so I got extra. And my boyfriend Daryl's kids are coming and they're gonna meet my family for the first time, so that'll be good. Oh, speaking of Daryl, I wanted to talk to you a minute about his frames that he makes. So Daryl's a woodworker and he makes these handmade magnetic frames that look just like little Polaroids. His shop is called 𝘬𝘧𝘪𝘠𝘪, and I'll link it for you in the description if you're interested. They come in 4 wood options. Maple, which looks like this, cherry, and then hickory and walnut. Each one is made from sustainably sourced solid wood, finished with a matte lacquer, so they look smooth, but they don't look shiny. And then on the back, you can see that he inlays these rare earth magnets, which are really strong magnets, so the frames will easily stick right to your fridge or like a magnet board. If you want to hang them on a wall though, each also comes with this ferromagnetic tape, which is pretty cool. Basically, it's a little metal strip that you tape to the wall. This is like double-sided tape, and then this will attach to it like so. This is one of the ones he made for me. The frames are 4x5 and they fit a smaller square photo, and the photo just drops in from the top like so. There's a little slot there. Oh my gosh, Bumble, what is she doing? And then they just drop right in. I think it's so cute. You can even get them custom engraved, which makes them a really great gift. You can see he engraved mine. So anyway, I'll put the link to his shop below. And if you use the code BUMBLE, you'll get 15% off your order. And when you click the link, I'm pretty sure it automatically takes the discount off for you. Okay, back to business here. I am gonna cut out some of these, I think. They're pretty simple shapes, so it won't take me long to cut out a few. This one's a little tricky. There's like a middle part here. I'm just going to use an X-Acto to cut that out. There's something kind of relaxing about cutting out in individual images. I don't know. I think it's fun. It does hurt my hand a little, but it's still fun. Okay, you can see all of the ones I cut out. I just cut out one of each pretty much. Now let's get this washi tape and we'll see what we can do with this. I have no idea what I'm going to do in the sidebar, if anything. That's a whole other story. So these ones are like a little shelf for stuff. So I thought I could put like a bowl on it. Maybe like the cookie jar. Actually, that blue is right there. So maybe put this over here. We could do like a mug next to it or something like on the shelf. I mean, this is like on the back and this is in front of it. That's kind of cute. Or a bowl and a spoon. I'll link the sticker paper that I use. It's pretty good. Let's see, maybe like that, or I could put the rolling pin there. I kind of like the spoon better. Maybe I do want to put this on all of them to kind of ground the stickers so that they look like they're sitting on something. I know it's a little bit busy, but not too bad. It's a lot of brown though, isn't it? Maybe I have this same tape in like a periwinkle. Let me look. I actually do, believe it or not. I think this tape is Live Love Posh. I'm pretty sure it could be Planything. I used to write it inside and I kind of did not this time. Bad. Since there's these stripes too, it just seemed like a little too much. So let's take some of them off and put the blue on it instead. I know that's more see-through, but I don't think it's a huge deal. I feel like that looks a little more balanced now. So it's not so much brown. It's a little softer. Okay, let's just find places for these stickers now. I love the contrast of like the orange and the blue. I kind of made little scenes in each square and I think it's so cute. So I'm gonna put these down now. Okay, I'm absolutely in love with this. The only problem that I have when I do stuff like this is that the rest of it looks so boring. Like, yes, I can put something in the sidebar, but I just mean October at the top looks boring. I feel like I need to see, this is what I get into, and then it's like too much. But I just feel like the October 2025 looks so boring in my opinion once you add a lot of color to the rest of the page. So I'm going to try to jazz it up a little bit. I am going to use these letter stickers from Seasonal Love, July through December, Live, Love, Posh sticker book. This one's such a good one. It's like different themes for each month, and it includes like specialty papers and stuff in here. I love it so much, and all of them have letters. So I'm going to use at least the yellow one and the brown one, and I'm going to take those and put them on little squares of this. I think it's going to look really cute, I hope. I'm going to do that off camera because the dog is barking really badly right now. But I'm basically just going to stick this on, cut around it, and then glue this down. Maybe I'll come back when these are all done, and then we'll glue them on together. Okay, this spread has taken me a very, very, very long time. So it will take a very, very, very long time to edit as well, which I'm not happy with, but I think it's turning out so cute. So like I said, I took those letter stickers from the Seasonal Love sticker book and put one on each, and I used the different types of paper just like I did in here. And I thought I was going to put it up here, and then I decided to put it like kind of crazy in the sidebar. So I'm going to do that and figure out a way to cover this up. So there's going to be space down here. So I thought I'd put this sticker in that says, "Oh, fall, it's nice to see you again." We'll put it right down at the bottom. And then I'm just going to put this like kind of haphazard like that. Up here, let me take my white out. This is Tombow correction tape. It's what I use to white out bigger things. The small things I use a white gel pen. What I might do is take some washi tape and like make little washi tape areas up here. So let me see if I have like a thicker one of either one of these colors. This is pretty close to this color. It's not quite the same. The lines are different, but I think if I put it up there, you're not really going to notice much of a difference. So we're just going to make a couple of areas and maybe put a couple little stickers up there too. I don't know if I like the big and skinny look. Maybe if I put it here. If I put a sticker there, what about one of these little circles? What if I did something like that? I mean, that's kind of cute. I don't know about this big long hanging thing. Oh no. Oh boy. Okay. Let me add a little more. I wanted it to hang off a little bit. Now you can kind of see that. Now it looks weird again. Wait. Okay. Let me leave that alone for a second. Let's do the same thing on this side. I don't like the symmetry here, but I might put a couple other things there to disguise that. I'm not a big fan of symmetry, if you didn't know that about me already. Oh, maybe some strip stickers. That does not match though. Is there ones? I guess there's not. I feel like this is a 2-hour video. Okay, another plan. Let's see. Switch gears, and maybe there's like, I know in here there's some big quotes. I could take this one and put "Love your life." Like cut it up. Let's try it. I don't know. I'm probably gonna mess up the sticker, and I like the sticker, but I'm gonna cut it on the paper. It's just easier. And yes, I know I still have to glue those down. We will. This is one of the longest monthly videos I have made ever, probably. And Bumble is telling you that. She's like, yeah, Mother, you have been sitting at your desk for a very long time. I know, Bumble, I know. Love. I should have cut them out first before sticking that down to see if they fit. Your... Oof. I'm gonna have to pull that up. Look. It pulled off that extra piece that I put on there. Silly me, your life. I guess I could do that. Just right on the edge there, and then I could put something else there, I guess. It's a bit much, isn't it? Did I just wreck this spread? I can always pull it off. It's a bit much. I don't like it. I don't love my life right now. I'm pulling it off. Wrecked a sticker, folks. I wrecked a sticker. It's not bad. It's a little busy for me, you know? Instead, I think we'll just do like little illustrations or something. I don't feel like cutting anything else out. That's what I was like trying to avoid because oh no, I just dumped all of October on the floor. I'm trying to avoid cutting out more things because I just cut out so many things. And there's these though. These are kind of cute. Okay, let me get October off the floor. Hope I didn't lose any letters. We'll deal with that in a minute. Let's just finish that up top. This still needs an extra tail. I mean, it's okay. It'll do, folks. It'll do, I think. Like I even had to cut out some of the middles of these letters. So everything's just taking me a long time. Okay, let's glue these down. I'm not going to care too much how I glue them down. They're just kind of going to be random. I think what bugs me about this is that like they're not even. I know I don't like symmetry, but like this is this close to the edge and this is farther away, and that really bothers me. Maybe I could pull like the whole thing up and move it over a little bit. Let's see, does that make me feel better? Kinda, but now there's all this space. I could like use these pens to draw stripes or something, but now I'm getting carried away, aren't I? As usual. Why don't we just draw some hearts in these colors? I know I'm taking it too far, you guys. I know I'm taking it too far. Let's get those pens if I can find them. You should see the mess over here. There's so many scraps. I think these are those. We'll just add a few hearts. Nothing perfect. Bumble's like, hurry up, man. Finish the darn hearts. Okay, Bumble, I'm trying. I'm gonna outline these though. Sorry, Bumble. You know what's gonna happen now, right? The bottom of the page is gonna look really bare, and then I'm gonna be like, what do I do at the bottom? This happens every time. If I decorate the top, I feel like the bottom looks so bad. So like boring. Should I outline those? I don't know. Maybe. Let's do it with the emoji. There, it's like really thin. This one, it's 0.38. Now she's growling at the door. She says, I've had enough. Oh yeah, I like it a lot better with the hearts. I know maybe you don't. I do. Now you know what we have to do down here, don't you? We have to do stripes because now we've taken it too far. I also got glue over here. We've taken it too far and now I got to keep going with it. I know. I have a problem. I have an actual problem. Let's just do it quick. We're doing it quick, Bumble. I don't think I have room for a third stripe. I was going to try to fit them all in, but I think that's good enough. This is adorable. I'm in love with it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. That would help me out a great deal. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.